Right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item is the regular school board meeting minutes for Thursday, May 29th, 2025. Do I have a motion for that? I'll move to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We also need approval of the special board graduation minutes for Saturday, June 14th, 2025. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. No public comment, correct?
No.
Okay. Consent agenda. Do you have any questions or anything? What, my guy? Here?
So, in the personnel, just I registered that we're letting go of a bunch of, this is gonna jump ahead to the notification about our educators. How many, what's the net loss of educators now in the school that you have?
I didn't look that up for you.
I have 4 names here that, a couple of them were said they're gonna be.
So this is for extended school year?
Thank
So,
you.
yes, yeah, so the hires are for extended school year, and any of the pairs that were given notice, we made it very clear that, they can apply for ESY, and if there were job openings in the fall, we just call based on seniority, and they don't have to go through the whole hiring process, they just do a letter of interest. Anyway, so we put out to internally first for the extended school year, which is for the highly impacted students in the summer. And then not, there you'll see one is a substitute teacher right now, but that's because no other para applied, so then it opens up to external candidates, basically. Yeah.
The tech support, is that a change?
Okay, we get our tech supports from the EST every year.
How about the MTSS coordinator? Thank you. Is that a new person? Who might that be?
That's Mark Russage, and this is the 3rd year with that position. That's part of the Stronger Connections grant, the 4 people we get. So yeah, it's just it's the last year of that contract, and I think he's been here for a year and a half already.
Yeah.
So that means for the Stronger Connection, it's already, there's a district implementation team.
Meet every
And they're doing
Thursday for the high school, every Friday for the elementary, and then there's a district team, and we've gone to training at the ESD for 4 days this year. Yeah.
and I'm just curious now, Stronger Connections is. SESD pays up to $120,000.
So yeah, so the Stronger Connections grant, which is a 3-year grant
Okay.
that pays for 4 positions for us, they, so Blaine and McConnor are also part of that grant. Entering the 3rd year, they realized they had some potentially extra money that hadn't been spent in the grant, and so they looked around with the current districts, how could they support us? And I'm like, well, one of the problems is when I say to teachers or somebody, hey, could you stay after school so we could do some training? Well, then we need money to pay them extra hours. And so they reconfigured the grant so that now when we, let's say a group of us goes to a conference, I think there's one in Walla Walla this summer on MTSS, that would be paid for by this grant.
Great. Excellent. And the EAP provider, they're the same as.
That's Washington State Employee Assistance Program. We're required to have one. I think this is our 3rd year with that as well. And any staff member of the 100 and something staff members are able to get up to 4 sessions free of various things. So let's say I'm having trouble with my son, that's 4 sessions. I'm having trouble myself, that's 4 sessions. I need to write a will, right? So each issue,
Yep.
but
It's 4 separate.
And you don't have that many people really getting that, taking it.
not at all. We put it in our newsletter, I bring it up each year. Shirley sends out things. Whenever something occurs where I'm thinking somebody should be reaching out, I say, remember, we have this, here's how you do it. I think that kind of reaching into the unknown with somebody that you don't know for advice or direction is difficult.
I think like you're saying, that part of it, but like, I know, like through Jason's work, we were able to, like you said, get wills written,
Yeah.
and, you know, so like that legal stuff is sometimes
Yeah.
nice to not have to deal with, and who cares, who does that, like, you don't have to, you know.
I was one of the people that did not take advantage of programs like that.
Oh.
You know, not, I mean, I did fine.
Right.
I just know that, hey, we ended up paying a lawyer.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Right.
it's not a big deal, but.
I'll keep figuring out ways to get that out there, because we do pay for it per employee, and if people aren't using it, it's kind of like, no, why did you use it?
Actually, I don't think I have anything on it. So, where I would
I
move
just
that
have,
we.
well, hold on.
Okay,
I did
okay.
have one, just quick question, just because I was, when we were talking about that. So Cassandra Stewart is
Oh, yeah.
new elementary.
Elementary night custodian, because
Because
Jason is moving to Ray's position as the high school night custodian.
that's what I was guessing,
Yeah.
okay, okay, all right.
Well, I guess I move that we approve the consent agenda. Thank you, by the way,
Yeah,
All right, all in favor of approving the consent agenda, say aye. Okay, yes, fiscal and enrollment reports.
I don't have this goal, because the meeting was so early, but, so, and Kara Moore will be presenting next month, and, so she'll do 2 months and, like, we'll end up doing, May and June, so.
In
just
July.
In July, yeah.
Kara's our new,
Well-
I've seen her name several times.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna talk about that when I talk about business services.
Okay, so we'll just go to payroll real quick. So, and we're back in May again. So, $795,232. And, next month will be higher, of course, because we do have a lot of people retiring and payouts and vacation buyouts and different things like that. So you'll see that number to be higher. But, you know, like if you looked at 22, 23, I was, you know what, that was 807. June enrollment. So overall, we were up 11.90. If you see the very far over under the budget. So that was good. And I just can't like reiterate the whole position of how it's always better to be a little under and get more apportionment. And I mean, actually this month the state is having a apportionment issue with all the shortfalls, and so we will be seeing a little smaller percentage in June, and they'll make it up in July, they say. So anyhow, with that being said, and then we're back up to 26 for TK. We will be maximum at 27 next year for TK, just because we're very fortunate that we did have a program, so they took like an average of that, and so we are allotted at least 27 spots next year.
Which would be 2 classrooms.
Still 2 classrooms, yeah, and 2 paras, and still generates quite a bit of money. But the fact that we had a program, if we had like a program that we just started, like say January, like a lot of schools, we wouldn't even have that option. So the fact that we've been running one for quite some time is the one reason we're doing that.
It's a big deal in this community.
It's
Yeah.
actually a
Oh, it's really important. So it's
Yeah,
great.
so, because we don't have those other resources. And then, for Running Start, we're at 8.74 for non-vocational, and so we're up a little bit on that. And then open doors, we're at 12, so we budgeted 10, but we're a little under on that too, 8.90. So, and next year, we are gonna budget 13 for Running Start. The list was pretty long that Abby had sent out, and then, and now,
Actually, it's longer than that. But they didn't include the ones that are full-time Running Start this year that will continue to be.
she sent me a new one.
Okay, we'll look tomorrow.
Yeah, so some of those are already on there. And so, so I think we will have a higher percentage or a higher number for Running Start next year according to those numbers. And then, about the same for the Northwest Career Technical Academy and then our open doors is lagging by, Do you have any questions?
The open doors, is that just a bakery?
That's our re-engagement
Yeah, I know
program.
what it is, but like, do we?
It's an offset, just like kind of Running Start, yeah, we pay them monthly, but then we get money from the state, so it's kind of a wash.
And the Open Doors students are our students,
So we get the
Yes.
full amount for.
well, meaning like one walked through graduation on
Right.
Saturday because she did graduate from Concrete School District. Running Start, there's two options. You could get a concrete diploma, meaning you have to meet our requirements, or you could be, some students, it's just hard to match all those classes and it's not their interest area. So they go full-time Running Start and they get a state diploma there. So they don't walk through our graduation ceremony. But on Saturday, we also had a full-time Running Start student that did meet the concrete graduation requirements, so they walk through our ceremony and get that concrete diploma. So, yeah,
What
there's,
Amelia's gonna do.
yeah, there's all these different things. And that opens them up to getting the scholarships here, right?
Right.
Which I want to say the one fellow did very nicely at, Mr. Throssen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a good guy.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
He wanted, he wants to do this.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Carrie,
Okay. So yes, so as Lisa said, in July will be the first month that an ESD employee will be the business manager at a board meeting. It's gonna be Kara Moore for now. They have hired somebody, and so how it will look is right now we say, oh, you go to Linda for accounts payable, and you go to Shirley for payroll, and you go to Lisa for something. Well, they have a team, so accounts payable might be 4 different people, right? Like, it's like a bigger district, or payroll might be 4 different people. The business manager, like I said, will start taking care of it, it might be this new person they hired,
Yeah.
and we'll know that.
Kara kind of oversees everybody, and then they have like you said, multiple employees, and then now they have, more school districts. So they kind of like do a little bit of specialty to where they can just really get honed in on, one thing. And so, like a lot of our personnel reporting for the S-275, like they kind of have one person do that. But then they work as a team all the time too. So they all know how to do things, but then they have their specialty.
How many
I feel
hours
like-
will they be on site? Is this working for
Most of it will be remote, initially when things have to.
The transition.
So the transition isn't just, oh, they're taking this on, the transition is, oh, we need to change our internal processes for just about everything because of cumulative, because of the remote aspect of this. And so, and it's not just,
And more paperless too.
going paperless, so, I would imagine initially it would be much more than eventually. So that's July shall come, but they have already started taking on, as of June, some of the budgeting work for next year, right?
They're doing the personnel, I'm doing all the MSOC stuff.
Okay. So,
But we still have to communicate,
Yeah.
right, because they don't know our people and they don't know who retired and, but I've worked with a couple of those people on that team already, just going down. They're all really nice to work with, so.
yeah, so this is, in the several board meetings ago, we had the supplemental contract with them, so we start shifting that over. And then September 1st, it's full on. And Shirley's still here until the end of December. So the payroll is the last piece that will transition over because we still have her here.
And how will we deal with the ship to Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I didn't see it on the
We're gonna get
agenda.
there.
We'll just,
Well, today, I just will tell you, I announced the sixth grade, well, we'll see. We'll talk about that later, you guys have to order permit before talking about it,
Yeah.
so.
I will
Talk about
just,
turn.
huge kudos to Lisa, who has taken it all on, like, all on. And she has experience here and knows all the pieces, so thank goodness be able to do it. And then Dana, we've contracted this year to help clean up, and Rohana has been really helping
she's
with
really good.
the cleanup, so, yeah.
But, our district never had curriculum at our district level, so can you imagine?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff, it's not just cleanup, it's, oh, it was never done, so we have to create.
That's where
we
Dana
don't have
really
to go to
shines.
jail for anything that we.
No, it's all good,
Yeah, it's all good.
yeah.
And once we go, and
Yeah.
then work out the legs.
Okay, cool.
And the huge benefit of ESD is they've been on cumulative for 6 years.
They were one of the first, so they're really,
Yep.
and they don't have that same, hesitation of just moving forward. They've been using it, they're good,
That's right.
yeah, so they don't full steam ahead.
Yes, they can
Yeah.
set up all their reports really fast.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing Kara said, we were talking to her about the reports. She said, the good thing about cumulative is reports can be shared between districts. So because she has because they serve all these districts, so if if there's a report Lopez Island uses, that we're telling her, we need something like, she can go, oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Now it's concrete, it will just save a lot of time. Yeah, so that's business services, we're still moving ahead. So Washington State, I don't know if you know, Washington State is one of the states at the forefront of artificial intelligence policies, procedures for school districts, with Peninsula School District kind of leading the way. And so OSPI and so first of all, the WASDA policy came out in 2023, and then last year, OSPI released all these guidance documents, how do you get your staff trained, August, I'll present a vendor that would give us the digital citizenship curriculum for kindergarten through 12th grade that most districts use in the state. Anyway, we didn't adopt it because usually you would take this and you'd work with your staff, how do we want to implement it here? Well, we had it as an action team at the high school this year, and it's just one of those things that kept getting brushed off. So the day of the sirens, Elliot, Rachel, Jennifer, and I were at the ESD at an artificial intelligence summit looking at this, and we came away with, we just got to adopt this. So we have it on the books, because right now, I don't know if you've seen the news, like some districts on the East Coast, parents are suing because the kids get an F on a paper because they used AI, but they weren't told they couldn't use AI, and you have no policy and all this. So anyway, we just want to make sure we at least have the basic policy, and then we'll figure out how we're going to actually get students trained. And I like the artificial intelligence code of conduct, because that will say, just like we were doing with the phones, red, no one can use their phones, yellow, you can use it if, green, so it's a similar thing.
And this, I'm just going through the. I mean, it's really important for the students to be able to do this idea, that permanence of what you put out there, it's there forever, so.
Yes, and there are standards, educational and technology standards that have been out for many years that we, like information processing, embeds it, but it really is meant to be starting in kindergarten. They learn this, right? And so, this just formalizes that in our policies. And then we eventually will add procedures, and there's some other things, but I just wanted this before next school year
That makes sense.
out there.
Do I have a motion for approval of the first reading of policy 2023 digital citizenship and media 2023 F3 student artificial intelligence code of conduct?
I move we approve the first reading of policy 2023. Literacy. And 2023 F3 student intelligence code of conduct.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
And may I say something real quick?
Yes.
I said the 2023 policy, it came out in 2024. I was just reading that as a year instead of the policy.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. One copy on that, okay.
Well, no, I was pretty sure that that was the policy that we were.
Yep.
But, okay, and then, did you need to say anything about the school improvement plan,
Well,
or?
We did actually get our official letter for accreditation, so that's what's up there. Yeah. And that's for 6 years, and 3 years we have a mid-term review, I'll call it. And then, so I just included the presentation I gave for the accreditation committee. And then the SIP plan is exactly the same as the 24-25 SIP plan that was used for accreditation. I just changed it to 25-26 because the last one was just approved a month ago. The state goals for ELA and math by 2029 are like 80%. Well, so one part of the feedback of my original SIP plan for this year was I have to create that step. Like you can't go, we're going from 15% to 80. So these are more realistic goals for next year.
Thank you.
All right, so I have a motion then to approve the 2025-26 school improvement plan.
I'll move to approve the 2025-26.
All opposed? Motion carries. Oh, okay, so,
One question about this, it's almost just a resolution. Statements of different places.
Whereas the board has engaged with stockholders, staff, including staff, and civic members.
Well, Jennifer Henderson personally talked to every fifth grade parent, or parents, or guardians, whichever. We talked with all staff. She put out a survey to all families, not just fifth grade families. And then one of the board workshops that was on the agenda, and the Concrete Resource Coalition.
just last month.
Was it?
I think so.
It's a blur, because
Yeah.
a month before that, we were talking with staff about it. So it's been a
Yeah.
couple of months, yeah. Yeah.
Very good.
I think it is a good idea. I really do.
Oh, yeah, I see this, the statements about the board recognizes that it is meeting with stakeholders, and that helps. For you to
Yeah.
remember, yes, there were these various
Yeah.
times with various stakeholders. So, great.
I think the biggest thing is, there wasn't a single,
Right. Didn't need
don't
to-
do this, is a bad idea. There were questions
yeah.
about, why and stuff, but no one, especially the parents
Yeah.
you're like, yes, like, we want this to happen.
Yeah, it
So
absolutely
everybody-
makes sense.
The only people that have expressed any concern to me were the fifth graders.
The fifth grade
Oh,
students themselves.
Those poor kids, they thought they were gonna get to be the oldest, and then, nope, they get to be the youngest
It
again.
was a hoot to see like the eighth graders leading the fifth graders around,
Yeah,
introducing
yeah.
them. It was
That's
it was
great.
really looking good.
That's
you
right,
know.
I forgot about that, that was last week, right?
Last week,
Yeah.
or something. Those blurry days.
I think when they actually have a science teacher teaching them science and an art
They
teacher
will
teaching
love
them
it.
art, and it will be like, wow.
They're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I have resolution 15, reading?
team.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
You know, I have something to say. Oh, that, now that you passed. So I mentioned at the end of the RDC today. So it sounds like we're really going to go, but we have to wait till the board meeting, and I think I feel better. Because there's so many changes in academic areas and stuff, and I said, well, we're small, we're just gonna have to make it work, and they even had their big boss there, and she's like, you're just now doing this? So I'm like, never, we were gonna keep them down there and keep them on standard, we were going to have changes no matter what,
Yes,
because it's
this
going
is
to be
a
hard
good-
to argue.
This is a good time to do it.
Yeah.
So,
Officers, is this kind of just our annual thing?
This is because Lisa's will be the business
Oh,
manager and
right.
Kara, so we are labeling Kara as the,
Auditing officer?
yeah.
Got it, okay. Have a motion to approve resolution 1519.
Resolution 1590.
All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Motion carries. And then, resolution 1520, authorization to invest funds.
So for Kara.
Okay, that's what I was, okay. So do we have a motion to approve resolution 1520, authorize? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
actually, this thing goes something like this. I have heard, like, when I was children without, and I remember this from Southern last year, who can go to the classroom, keep teachers from being effective in teaching, being disruptive. And I'm not talking just kids with IEPs,
Yes,
but
right.
2 or 3 particularly creative and energetic children. So it seems to me any net loss of parent educators, we should really be thinking hard about that way more safe learning. Like, could we go in that yellow zone from the solid green, great. If that means that 3 classes get very chaotic. One of the reasons I've been told. So just want to note that as we go on,
Yeah.
if anybody puppies.
Yeah, and like last year when we did similar, I think all were hired back.
Yeah, that's good.
And I was just gonna say, you know, we haven't filed budget yet, that is next
Yes.
month. And when we see what the budget looks like, then we'll have,
Great.
Yeah, I think
but we have to let them know by a
Yes,
certain
yes,
date,
yes,
so
yes.
that's.
And Lisa is enrollment, she's anticipating like 440. We have received notice from several students where we do currently have a para, that those students are being pulled to homeschool this year. So it's not just an overall enrollment drop, it's paras that were hired specifically for certain students.
Okay.
Then until we see the whites of the students' eyes, we have to go based on
Yes.
what we're being told, which is they're not gonna be here next year, therefore we can't have that position.
And those people kind of stay in this little salary negotiation area, and then we bring that over in September. So if we have, like Carrie said, if we've called anybody back, they don't lose any of their longevity, seniority or anything like
That's very
that.
helpful.
Yeah, they get paid through
We
August.
do know, so Shirley did some exit interviews today, we do know that one person is moving for sure, so that will get cut out there, so we do know that, and she's notified us, but, so they'll just go off the list, and we try to like let them know that you know, they're going to be the first to be called back and in that order thing, so, because it is hard to find them, so, you know. yeah.
And the other thing is we did non-renew 2 certified staff, so that was about 10% of the certified staff.
Okay.
And so this is like, when that is about 13% of the classified staff. Admin, we cut over the last couple of years quite a bit.
Yes, yes.
So it's also kind of spreading the pain, unfortunately, but I just printed on a Facebook post from OSPI that we might not get our Title II and IV funding, not our Title I. We still are receiving assurances that will maintain, but at a lesser rate. But Title II and IV pays for one of our contracted employees and some
Well,
training.
and it pays for one of the days before school
One of the
too,
days before school. I mean, so
for certified staff.
a lot of this is just, we have a deadline to meet and there are these unknowns
Right.
in budgeting that make me really nervous.
Yeah, fair enough, thank you. So,
Okay, do I have a motion for approval of resolution 1521, RIF resolution for these classified staff?
Request approval, resolution 1521. Resolution to reduce classified staff.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. All opposed? Motion carries. And then, procedural, do we have a motion to approve resolution to invest 1516 and 1517?
resolution to invest 1516.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. No public comments on non-agenda items. Future meeting notes. Our next board meeting.
It's a busy July.
Oh, okay. I'm like reading this meeting too. Okay, yes, the next regular work session will be held July 22nd at 6 p.m. here. There will be a public hearing regarding sale of this property, preceding budget hearing. On Thursday, July 24th at 5, there will be a budget hearing preceding the regular board meeting on Thursday, July 24th at 5:30, and then the next regular board meeting at 6 p.m. on Thursday, July 24th. So yes, we will be extremely busy in July.
So we need to be here at 5 on that.
Yes,
Friday.
please, yes.
We probably have to pick up the work session.
Yes. And just so you know, in the next couple weeks, there will be public notices in the paper also regarding that, with a description of the property. And the fuel bid, is the fuel bid going out to?
She's gonna talk to Paul tomorrow. I'd like them all 3 to go, but
Yeah, we have to do public notices for the budget hearing, the sale of property hearing. and the
Yeah,
fuel
all
bid
3 of
for
them.
Jimmy.
But we have to do them like 2 weeks apart, so we'll have 2.
No executive session, so.
Whoops.
And you have